Here I've came up to the park at Hawk Street. We carry on from the last film I made. The last one I think was the War Memorial. You can see the flags there behind this building here. In the old days, of course, as I said before, there's none of that memorial there. Where the tarmac is there, and at the back of that hedge, used to be a tennis court. Yes, I had a shot at that in my young days. Andy Murray, eat your heart out. Now in the old days, we all used to gather here at one time. You know the shop down there, that was Muirhead Shop. We used to come up past there, into the park here, and at this building here, this is where we all gathered. And we used to have just a carry-on, you know. We didn't do any damage or anything because the chap that looked after these grounds stood over there where that red car is, the top flat, and used to sit and watch us. Any bother, he'd get the police. So anyway, that's where we hung out there. Let me see if I can remember some of the names. Andrew Inch, Joe Kinch, Gus Robertson, Alec Risk, Drew Risk, John Meldrum, Ronnie Meldrum. Oh, of course, there was loads of them. Faye Meldrum. Oh, there was loads. A couple of Disneys used to just mess about generally. So every time I come here, it does bring back some memories, because this is where we used to play. As I said before, there was nothing for us to do down here. But in a way, that was a wee white lie, because up the top of the road up there, top of the hill up the top there, that's Main Street in Banesford. Well, there used to be a picture house there, and it was called the Casino. Of course, you had to have money to go there. So we didn't go there very much, because money was tight in those days. Never forget that though. I'll try and put a picture up on another wee video about that. I've got a picture at home of what the casino used to look like when I used to go there. And well, that's another story. But as I say, this is where we used to play. We used to hang out here. Oh, Gus Robertson, they all used to come up here. But at that time, there was a ruling. We had to be home by a certain time. If we weren't home by 10 o'clock at night, we used to get a belt from our fathers and mothers. And as far as I was concerned, the dreaded thing with my mother, she had a gold ring on her finger. And if she gave you a slap with that, it's the ring you felt. And my God, it was sore. So you had to stay on the good side of your mum. But of course, in those days, we did what we were told, more or less. But this park here brings a lot of memories. I know all my relatives from England, when they came up to visit us, they used to come here, or Dollar Park. But I can still picture them here. I've put some old photos on my own private site, where they used to come up here, my brothers, sisters, my uncles and their family. They used to come up here, have a wee picnic and so on. But sadly, every one of them have passed away now. So I've just got memories now. But the joy this park used to bring us was no good business. Over there is not Cardinside Street, Gerdoch Street, that was over there. There used to be tenement buildings there. And I remember my sister Jean, she got one of the buildings there, the number one at this end. And I remember one time she was a bit frightened, so we went up there to see what was wrong. She was up there with the kids, stayed herself at the time, and apparently someone was starting to look in her window at night. So we laid a trap, and we found out who it was. It was a local beat policeman. I'll never forget that. He ended up, he lost his job and all the rest of it, but Jean got a fright. Well, she was on the ground floor, You don't like people looking in your windows, especially when you're on your own and just got the two kids, so to speak. But so many memories here, so many. Sadly, it's changed slightly. There used to be showers in that wee side bit, on the right hand side of the building. That used to be gents' toilets, but through the back there used to be showers. You could go in and have a shower. That was at that time. At the front here it's just all been bricked up, as you can see, just a door to go in. But it used to be a wee kind of sort of veranda, so to speak. You could sit down and watch the people playing football or whatever. And this is the park here, as you can see. This is the top end where all the football, all the games are done. Up the top there was a swing park for all the kids. There's always been swings here, but I can remember the old ones, the old type, the old seesaws and all the rest of it. But it's all modernised now. Well, usually there's a lot of people here with their kids enjoying themselves. But yes, that's another wee bit of history where I used to spend my time, along with all my pals. Sadly, when I think of them, they're more or less all passed on. Well, it happens to us all, I suppose. By the news.